Hi everyone, good afternoon. Thanks for tuning in. And today I have a very special guest, and I'm so very happy that when I did ask her, I said, Becca, can I do an interview with you? And when she said yes, you just don't know how much I'm feeling. I was so excited. I cannot think of anything but get her right away because she's really one of the busy person that we have. And then you really enjoy her, you love her like I do. So I let Becca introduce herself. So Becca, take it away.
Hi everyone, my name is Beka Yang, and thank you so much, Emily, for inviting me to participate in this. I'm really excited. We work together at the Providence Public Library, and I'm not a librarian, but I do help to write the grants that helps to get the money for the library.
Yeah, she's good. See, did you hear that? She gets the money. Kaching, kaching. Just kidding. We're just trying to break the ice because we are both. I mean, I am nervous because of my guest. I mean, you don't know how special I'm feeling having her. And so, Becca, if you don't mind me asking, where are you originally from? And if you can tell the kids a little bit of where you're from, so I know they'll be really interested.
Sure,
And,
yeah. I was born in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and I grew up in Maryland before coming to live in Rhode Island, which is where we live now. And my family is from Korea.
Okay, so now I have a question. Philadelphia is bigger than Rhode Island. What made you move to Rhode Island?
Well, when I was in Philadelphia, we moved. It wasn't my decision because I was a baby, but I came to Rhode Island for school.
Oh, okay. Oh, so, oh, still I mean, yeah, it's a blessing at the same time because I got to meet you and I'm so glad that she's here. You know what, really, don't listen. She's really sweet. She's very nice. She's really kind. Everything, I can tell you about Becca so much that she's really awesome. So
Oh, thank you, Emily.
and you're very welcome. I don't want you to hear that. I don't want you to have a big head because she's really, really great. So, kids, here we go. So, one of the things I wanted to ask you, we are going back when you were little, not when you're a baby. We're gonna go back as far as your memory can take you back. So, do you love to read?
Yeah, I do love to read now, and I also love to read when I was younger too.
Oh, okay. So, as far as you can remember, how old were you when you started reading?
I think I was probably around 5 years old.
Oh, wow. So, kids see, Becca was very young when she started reading. So, did your parents read to you, or it was just your interest reading yourself?
I think my parents did read to me from a very early age. My dad would read to me most nights.
Okay, so do you remember which books that, you know how when we're little we want it again and again and again? So do you have a favorite one that you remember?
Yeah, some of the titles of the books that I remember reading when I was younger are Goodnight Moon,
My favorite?
The Hungry Caterpillar.
Oh, yeah. Hey, that one is a good one as well. And then, so those are the, but actually, those ones I already loved them when I came here. It was not that I have them when I was growing up in the Philippines, more on, it was like mine were like the Disney ones, the princesses, and mostly like nursery rhymes and stuff like that. So, thank you for bringing that back. It really is refreshing. It's really one of the best. So, kids, when you get the chance, read those books. So, here's another thing, Becca. When you were growing up, did you have any like superheroes or maybe a person you look up to? Not necessarily you have a superhero, that you can relate to, or
So I've never been super into like your traditional superhero, but actually you mentioned Disney princesses. I was
Yeah.
also really into Disney princesses when I was
Okay.
young. I think my two favorite ones were Ariel from The Little Mermaid and Belle from Beauty and the Beast.
Okay.
My middle name is actually Belle, so I feel like I kind of identified with Belle, and especially like her love of reading. I guess another character that comes to mind from a series of books that I enjoyed reading when I was young was Junie B. Jones.
Oh yeah, yeah, those are good ones.
Yeah, I just loved how she was really bold and spoke her mind and was a little bit naughty. And I feel like those were things that I didn't feel like I could be when I was young, but I had a lot of fun reading her books and all of her adventures.
Yeah, mine was, I think, that's the modern Nancy Drew. So I'm the one like Hardy Boys and Nancy Drew, but more on Nancy Drew thing because I'm a girl. But anyway, I have another thing I really wanted to ask. You mentioned about Belle and Ariel. Just so you know, why did you like Ariel and Belle? You know, kind of like that one.
Yeah, I really liked mermaids. I thought mermaids were so cool. I thought it was so cool that she could live in the ocean and that she had this beautiful tail. So I think that, yeah, her whole quest of like leaving that world and wanting to become human. I don't know. I really loved it.
Yeah, and speaking of Belle, since your middle name is Belle, Belle means beautiful as well, you know. So she's beautiful, can you tell? And the true Belle is also on the Beauty of the Beast, how she loves reading and the curiosity of reading, like that one. And what you call this one? My other questions is that now that you're grown up, did you ever see when you were younger what you wanted to be? Like now I know you're writing grants and help to get money, but is there anything that you can remember of that when you were little what you wanted to be when you grow up?
That's a good question. Yeah, I mean, I think when I was really young, I really loved like drawing as well. I have terrible art skills now, but when I was young, I loved to draw, and so I always thought that like if I could choose to be anything, then doing something where I could draw, like being an artist, would be really fun.
Or architecture, an architect, something like that.
Maybe.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I also really loved animals, and still do. And so I thought maybe I could be a veterinarian. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened to those aspirations,
but you're still, I mean, you still landed in a very good job. What you're doing, I can't do. So, kids, if you have any questions about, it's writing grants, right, to get money. So if you guys have questions and you're thinking of, you wanted to take that one and say, after watching this one, you'll say, I wanted to be like Miss Beka. So I wanted to do like what she's doing right now. So if you guys have any questions, send it to me, and then I can send it to Miss Beka, and then she can answer your questions. So kids, just be prepared, okay? It's not the last of her. So we're having a round 2 of questions and answers. So just send it, and she'll be really happy to answer your questions. And another thing I really wanted to ask is that, do you have any quote, a motto, or like sometimes I could just say a saying that as you were growing up, something you always remind yourself, you know, so that you can go to where you're at now?
That's a difficult question. My memory is not so great, but I will say that growing up, I feel like my dad always instilled in me a very strong value, I guess, around no matter what you are doing and what you choose to do your best at it. So I think that really was, for me, the beginning and the foundation of just like my motivation to do well at whatever I choose to do.
Yes, okay. See, that's a very good advice, kids. So whatever you wanted to do, you have to really keep on going, right? And then do the best you can. So don't give up, okay? And another thing, that's a very good encouragement. And one of the things I wanted to ask, do you have any thing that you can share with the kids? You wanted to encourage them or some. I know our generation now is different from. Becca is really, well, if you can really tell, she's so young. So I'm very happy that she's one of my guests because she's really in a younger generation. So she can, we have a big gap, right? Her gap, her generation and mine. Uh-oh, I'm making myself ancient. But anyway, so not that much. So, but still, it's a good one. I'm, like I said, I'm learning a lot, and the same thing with this interview. So, is there any word of advice that you can give to the kids out there?
I would say that learn as much as you can and pursue the things that interest you. I think that one of the most important values that I think is the case for me is curiosity, like you mentioned. Reading as much as you can and really pursuing the things that bring you joy.
Okay, so with that, Miss Beka, thank you so much for the privilege of your time. I know you're busy, but thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for giving me this time. And even though it's really short, I mean, I really enjoyed working with Beka, even though we're not in the same department, but she's really also an asset to the library, and she's really a great friend. So, kids, I hope you get something out of this. So, like, again, send in your questions and I'll have Becca answer it. And thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you again next time. So, for now, we just wanted to say good night from our end because I know you guys are gonna sleep soon or be in bed soon. And good afternoon on our side of the world. So, again, thank you for watching, and we'll hope to see you again soon. Bye.
Bye.